Hi, this is Dr. Kathy, and here we are for our Wednesday healing. And I'd like for you to set your own personal intention before we get started as you're listening to this recording and as you're here ready to experience healing and balancing in your life. As everybody is well aware, and we've got a couple of people from Canada on here, and you're probably going, what is going on in the United States? So we have all kinds of difficulties that are occurring. It's, this is a very graphic description. It's like, when you're a teenager and you get one of those zits with all that pus in it, it's like you're poking at it and pushing it out and all that garbage is coming out. It's almost like that's what's happening right now. So first, heart source. Move your awareness to the front of your heart center and go deep within. Now move your awareness to the back of your heart center and go deep within. Go deep, deep, deep to where you move through like a hallway or tunnel and you open up into your sacred space. Move into the front of your third eye. And now move into the back of your third eye. Good. Connect the heart and the third eye with a beam of energy. Just see it happen. And then send that beam of energy straight up into the center of the universe and straight down into the center of the earth. And now say chakra spin. Spin as fast as is safe for me. And now heart source, expand to either the tips of my fingers when I extend them outward or to the seventh layer of my aura, whichever is the furthest from me. Now connect with your healing team. And I connect with my healing team and my healing guides. And now set your intention to gather in our healing lecture room. It's going to be just a healing room today. There's a floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us, pillars of light in each of the four corners. And angels from Archangel Raphael's band and Archangel Gabriel's band that are from pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar. Interesting. And in the central pillar, what I received is that in the central pillar is the energy of the Word of God. However you would like to interpret that, I've never had that just come up in this way, but the Word was of God. In the Christian scriptures in the book of John, the Word, oh dear, I just lost it. The Word spoken with the Word was God and the Word was with God. And that usually they're talking about the Christ. But I get it, it's more than that this time. It's the Word of God. It's the truth of God. And the word I just received, or the words I just received as I was saying that, is that when you hear about the Word of God, the truth of God, it is simply about love, but the activation of that within the third dimensional realm is more complex than we know. And that's where acceptance of what is happening and doing what we need to do. That's the discernment that people were talking about. What is truth? What is not? And if I haven't said it already, connect with your healing team. Invite anyone else to be with you that you would like to be with you. And what is coming to me is we are going first to the, it's a dual thing, discernment and the clarity of the senses, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical senses, so that we can know the truth. That seems to be what is there in many of us. And first we're going to clear the physical senses. We're actually going to activate them. We're asking for any artificial encodements which are interfering with the activation of our physical senses, and their activation also on the psychic level. So there's the physical sense of seeing and the psychic sense of seeing, the physical sense of hearing and the psychic sense of hearing, and then the clairaudience, well, that's the hearing, clairvoyance, that's the seeing, but clairsentience, which is a feeling, kinesthetic, and claircognizance, which is one of my major gifts, the claircognizance, which is the knowing. So you just know, something pops into your head and you just know that that's it. It came in very handy with me when I was a therapist. Okay, the first thing we're doing is we are removing all artificial encodements that are interfering with the full activation of any of those senses, and even ones I haven't mentioned yet. Even ones that we're not aware of yet. Interesting, I just got that there is a sense, if you want to use that word, of being able to see patterns and to understand patterns. To see patterns and to understand patterns. For those of you who have seen the Netflix series on the Queen's Gambit, which is about chess, she sees patterns. And what I'm being told is there are patterns we can see within ourselves and within other people, where we and they reveal who it is they truly are and who and what is truth. And it is a pattern. It isn't just one thing that happens. It is a pattern of things. Ask for all damaged and altered natural encodements that are interfering in any way with this full implementation of all of our senses, that those be repaired. There we go. And now, and this is the one that they're telling me, this is the most important one in this. We ask for the full activation in our encodement system, connecting us to our senses, all of them, all of those that we need. Okay, good. Now, here's another one that, see, y'all ask for these intentions and things come to me I never even thought that we would go into. Ask that your guide, and it could be more than one, angel or guide, who is with you to assist you in discerning the truth, that guide come forward. Healing team, we ask you for the implementation of the 4 foundational plugins, the basic, the healing over lifetimes, the removal of victim consciousness, and the removal of any implants within us that are interfering with our ability to hear, experience, discern what our guide, who is helping us with knowing the truth, with discernment, is telling us. And with that, we are connecting to our heart center. And again, asking for any implants within our heart center interfering with this to be removed. And the clearing of all congestion. There's a plug-in for that. We're just going to let them do that. The clearing of all congestion within our heart center that is interfering with the clear communication of what is happening within our third eye also. So that has to do with our heart source, right? Good. Now we're moving to the third chakra. And the same clarity we're asking to come into the third chakra. It's our gut brain. So to really clear that so that we understand the feelings we experience, be it fear, anxiety, confusion. Those are signals that something is going on with us. We ask for clarity in that area. Remove implants. Find the wounds which are causing difficulties within us. Heal over lifetimes any of those wounds that are related. And remove all victim consciousness that is related to those wounds. If there's one thing I have learned about with this injury that I had is victim consciousness can be very subtle. Why me? Why don't I? That kind of thing. That's victim consciousness. We ask for that removal. Now the throat chakra. The throat chakra is critical in discernment because it is through the throat chakra that we speak our truth. But before we can speak our truth, we have to know our truth. So we ask for the clearing of anything which is causing congestion in our throat chakra. If you find yourself kind of tightening up in your throat right now or coughing, that's congestion being removed in your throat chakra. There we go. Now what I'm being told is we're going to take everything that we did. So consider that like what we call a plug-in. So healing teams. But this time we're going to be doing it spiritual love fair work. We call the guardians of every state legislature and the guardians of the Congress, United States Congress, to please take the energy of clearing that we just did within ourselves and overlay it on every elected official in our Congress, United States Congress, and in the state legislature, their Senate and the legislators that are there, the representatives. Now you'll find, you may feel that some people are accepting this, many are, and there are many that are in total rebellion to know anything deeper than what it is that they believe. Let's continue to hold that energy there. And continuing in this spiritual love fair mode, there's been a lot of chatter, they call it, about people saying that they're going to protest at all the state capitals and, of course, at the United States Capitol on the 20th. Let us call upon the angels of Archangel Michael's band to surround each of the state capitals and our nation's capital, to place a protective force around those buildings and around the people within them. Okay, and now Michael's sword is in your hand. Say, I am the sword. The sword is in your hand, and intend and move with your hand down the front of you, the back of you, the sides, under you, and above you to disconnect you, to sever you from anything that is not of peace, from anything that is causing fear, turmoil, discomfort about what is happening in today's society. Some people are more worried. The news is focusing on the turmoil in the United States Capitol. But there is also many people that are suffering. I have friends right now that have COVID, one very, very ill, and I'm concerned about her. We have those concerns. So whatever it is, remove yourself from the fear of it so that you can firmly stay within your heart source. Again, say chakra spin and bring in energy from above and below. And this time, send that energy from out from your aura everywhere, from every place, to push back and to neutralize anything, any energy causing discordance or fear. And I'm getting that we're now going to balance a belief. The belief is, I listen with my ears, with my mind, and with my heart. I listen with my ears, with my mind, and with my heart. We're using the belief plugin to balance that. And now we're balancing the circulation of energy to, from, and within each of your meridians, moving out to the 7th layer of your energy field. And now we're balancing the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, which gets activated within fear. We're balancing that to the stress response so that we can bring that in balance. Now your fight flight is, what it's geared for is immediate danger. So like if you're driving a car and you see something come out, you just instinctively turn that wheel or put on the brakes. When you're crossing the street, you know, and you see something coming at you, you instinctively jump forward or backward or whatever it is. when it's within us for so long and there's not an immediate danger, what that does is it prevents us from being able to see deeply into a situation, to see broadly into a situation. We get stuck within our own beliefs, which may not be real helpful at that time. We're balancing that now. I'm asking for this to be balanced every day at this time, every day for the next 7 days until we meet again. I'm balanced, and I'm now asking that the cortices of your brain, the balance of the right and left sides of the brain to each other, and the balance of each lobe in your brain, frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital, be balanced to each other, right and left, and then to each other. My body took just a spontaneous deep breath, so allow yourself to breathe. We now ask for the balancing of all microbes within our body. And what just came to me was we are going to command that any energy of shock leave our bodies now. Do that now. Any energy of shock within my body, leave now. And now ask your angels and guides to stand around you and to place their hands up on you wherever. It could be above your head or at your chakras, and to fill you with the energy of the highest vibration of love that you can handle right now. And to bring clarity, to clear your mind, to clear your brain. Bring clarity. I just received a message to give to someone. It could be to more than someone, is that when you are in the place of discernment, you do not always have the assurance that what you are doing is right at that moment. You don't have the assurance right at that moment. It can happen, it can come later. You do the best you can because so much other energy is interfering. Trust yourself. Each one of you that are on this call or that are listening to this call are amazing, amazing people. Trust yourself. And now I'm seeing beautiful, beautiful beings, feminine. Mother Mary, Mary of Magdala, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Kuan Yin, Athena, other beautiful feminine beings, each coming. Everybody will have you may have somebody different. They're definitely interdimensional. They can come more to one, but they have a flower in their hand, one stem, and they're giving you a stem, a flower. And notice what that flower is. And Amma is telling me that that flower is a sign, a symbol of your purity, the purity of your essence, the purity of your love. That no matter what happens, and Amma's telling me we're in for a rough time for the next few months, but know that always that you are loved. And be connected with each other. And now Amma is asking you to call love and are concerned about, just to call them before you. And she and Abba and anyone else you call are now blessing each one and giving them the same healing that you received today. And we offer gratitude for what we received today. So take a few deep breaths and come back. Come back to your body. Knowing that you are loved and that you are cared for. There's a song that's now going through my head. It's a song that we will say at Mass every once in a while. And it's "Be not afraid. I go before you always," and know that. So that's it. Now, if there's anything that somebody needs that I forgot, if you'll just unmute yourself and tell me, and we'll do some healing on that right now. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. Everybody want to unmute and say goodbye to everybody? Feel free. You don't have to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And
Very
blessings
much.
to all of you.
Thank you. Many blessings.
And we will
Many
meet
blessings.
again on Wednesday, okay?
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Take care.
Get
Yes.
better,
Thank you
stay
so much.
well.
Thank
Get
you.
better and
Good luck to
better.
all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.